Wendy.
Great. We've got a great lineup of hot topics for you. The Kardashian sister who's saying she doesn't like her picture to be taken. Howard Stern still talking and making people angry. I love him. And I've got the answer to Britney Spears. Is she coming back to the X Factor? Let's talk about it. I'll do the revealing. It's time for Hot Topics. Welcome. So I love you more. I love you more. Deb Miller?
Yes.
It's a little short today.
I see.
Thank you. Yesterday I went out and I had a scrumptious lunch at this restaurant here in Manhattan, and who do I run into? The Millionaire Matchmaker, Patty Stanger. I know. And so she comes over and we chat for a brief moment. On account of I don't like to get distracted when there's food on my plate. But she reminded me that tonight is the premiere of the new season of Millionaire Matchmaker, 9 o'clock on Bravo. Also, you know, I congratulated her on her new boyfriend because, you know, she's got this new boyfriend. He wasn't with her. There he is. She was dining with two girls. I don't know who they were. You know, I spied for you. Anyway, but guess how the Millionaire Matchmaker met her boyfriend? Online website. I know that there are a lot of people who turn their nose up to dating online, but you know, if it's good enough for Patty, it's gotta be good enough for the rest of us. And also, I was the one, you know, I always encourage you, even, you know, now I'm writing my Ask Wendy book, and I always encourage people, men and women, you know, do at least 30% of your dating based on who you find online. Live the other 70% of your dating life in reality, you know, real people, but there's nothing wrong with online dating. Anyway, and then, I know. And Patty's got a terrific picture, by the way, in today's New York, what is this? This is the Post. Look at this picture, you say? Like Queen of the Universe? Also in the Post, I read something else. I marked it for you so I could remind myself to tell you. Okay, so yesterday, remember we were talking about Carmelo Anthony, the basketball player, and his wife Lala and the troubled marriage? Well, apparently, their team of people are doing some spin control and trying to deny it. However, look, they said she's gonna stick it out with Carmelo. And then what they're also, not all. I'll tell you why not all. First of all, they said also in this article that she's filming her reality show in LA and London, so that's why they haven't spent much time together. She's also been doing a lot of hanging out in Miami. Well, you can make all these excuses that you want, but you know, there's nothing wrong with divorce. Divorce is there for a reason. And I'll tell you, here to me is the nail in the coffin, no matter the spin control. Lala, you were at the club in Miami New Year's Eve without your wedding ring. Or your husband. To me, no matter what, New Year's Eve, I don't know. And I don't know that she wears her ring all the time. I'm assuming that she does because people, you know, made point that, you know, she didn't have her ring on, she didn't have her ring on. I'm a ring girl. Like, look, if you see me in the club New Year's Eve without my husband and without my wedding ring, I'll be the first one to tell you, nope, we're getting a divorce. As a matter of fact, if you see me walk to my mailbox to get the mail without my ring, how many people in the audience are married and wear rings all the time? You wear them all not that many. Yup, she got it on. See, here's why I wear a ring all the time, because I worked hard for it, okay? Oh, I worked hard for it. That's all. One person that I do want to congratulate regarding the affairs of the heart, Janet Jackson. Now, Janet, we all heard that Janet is engaged. You heard that information? She's engaged to this gorgeous guy named Was. He's a billionaire. And isn't that name Was hot? It's Wasim Al-Mana Was. Anyway, they've been dating for a moment, and then sources told Us Weekly magazine that she's really eager to have kids and really eager to, well, either have kids by surrogate, adopt, or whatever she's going to do. The thing that I mentioned regarding rings, doesn't Janet seem like the girl who wouldn't wear a wedding ring? Or carry a handbag, because I've never seen her carry a handbag, like a purse. Like she's like more of a tomboy to me. Like she doesn't go for the ring, the purse. I can't even picture her being pregnant. You know what I mean? That's a really girly girl thing, and she doesn't seem like a really girly girl. But you want to see a better picture of them hanging out together? They look like such a hot, cool couple. Look at that in New York. I know, in New York. That was here in New York, downtown in the West Village, just hanging out, being cool with her man. They're gonna have this gigantic wedding. He's put aside $3 million. They're gonna invite 500 people and fly them all over to where he's from, over there. And I can't even picture her being wedding girl, though. I'm like, wow, Janet in a white dress and a wedding, a girly girl thing? Anyway, rock on, Janet. And good luck. Was is a come up from Jermaine Dupri. Just saying. Also, I want to congratulate Rosie O'Donnell and her wife, Michelle Rounds, because they used a surrogate and they had a baby girl yesterday. I know. So Rosie's 50, and she tweeted this picture, and with the words, we're thrilled to announce the arrival of our daughter. They named her Dakota, and, well, good luck, Michelle, because now you're stuck. Just playing, Rosie. She has 4 other kids, Rosie, with her ex-wife, Kelly Carpenter. One of those kids was with the surrogate, and the other, well, no, Kelly was pregnant with that one. And three are adopted. Yep. So, and then this is her first child with her current wife, Michelle. So, also, congratulations to Sir Elton John, because he and his husband, David, just had another baby as well. Yeah. Via a surrogate. And word is that they used the same surrogate for the second child that they did for the first child. And this same surrogate has been very busy with the stars, because it's the same one that Camille Grammer used to have her kids. Some of my Wendy staffers were saying that'd be a great show, TLC or Oxygen or something. Surrogate to the stars. How you doing, Rosie? How you doing, Michelle? How you doing, Elton John? And David? Okay, so it's award season, and the Golden Globes are this coming Sunday. The Golden Globes is like one of my favorite award shows, because that's the one where they sit around, the stars sit around tables, and they eat and they drink, and so by the time they get called to the stage, they're stumbling and burping, and it's good. Anyway, the Oscar nominations were announced this morning, Lincoln, have you seen that movie, Lincoln? Yeah, I want to see it, but I haven't seen it yet. But it leads with 12 nominations, Lincoln. I know. But there were a couple of snubs. People were surprised. There was no Best Actor nomination for Ben Affleck, the movie Argo. Director Ben Affleck for the movie Argo. Also, no acting nomination for Leonardo DiCaprio, Django Unchained. You saw that movie, you're surprised? I haven't seen it yet, but we'll give you all the inside scoop on the... I haven't seen it. And now, on account of those action figures, I'm looking at Django a little crazy. But anyway, look, back to the Oscar nominations. We'll talk with you about them tomorrow, because we have an expert in the inside scoop, okay? Now, I don't believe that the action figures from Django Unchained and the actual movie have one to do with the other. I'm not so sure. But anyway, it was just nominated, the movie, for Best Picture at the Oscars. Yeah. Some of my black people in our community, I don't do the African-American thing. Black is black, African-American. some people in the black community say that, you know, Django Unchained is insulting because it's making light of something very serious, and that's slavery. Now the movie's causing even more controversy because they've released these action figures based on the movie characters. A bunch of slaves. Look at them. Look. Look at that. This is so disgusting, it's comical. I don't know anybody who would buy these or want these. As a black person, I am extremely insulted by this. You know what? The Jewish community would never have you make Holocaust dolls based on Schindler's List. Never. And, you know, Kerry Washington was in the movie, or is in the movie, and you know, Jamie Foxx and Samuel L. Jackson, Quentin Tarantino, you know, did the movie. Do you think people would feel differently if Spike Lee did the movie? I think not. Do you think if a black person produced, directed the movie that, you know, people's reaction would be different? No, yeah, well. Anyway, Reverend Al Sharpton is protesting and piping up, and you know, maybe we can get these dolls pulled off the shelves because it's kind of disgusting. Have you been waiting for me to tell you about Britney Spears? Is she or isn't she coming back? She's not coming back. There. According to the X Factor, she quit. But here's the thing. According to the Hollywood Reporter, Britney was not asked back. In other words, she was fired, but she decided to quit before she was fired, which means that now she can't collect unemployment. But critics have been saying, meaning you and me, critics have been saying that she wasn't worth the $15 million salary anyway. She didn't deliver the goods. And you know, of course, they probably gave her a little severance package. You know how they, wait, if you quit, you don't get a severance package. So all she gets is $15 million? Look, Britney reportedly wants to focus on her recording of her 8th album, and she's even considering going on tour. You can't handle tour, girl. Just do the album, Britney. We all like your music. The only thing about you being on X Factor that I think that, because to me, you didn't win by being on that show. The only thing that was confirmed by you being on that show is something is not right. Which is like embarrassing. To me, that wasn't worth the $15 million to trot her out there on stage night after night, only for us to be able to confirm that something is just not right. But Britney, we love your music, so I think she should make the 8th album. I'm just not so sure about the tour thing. Do you know what it's like? You don't appear stable enough to be on tour. Good luck, Britney, and I like the color of your dress. So, it's Kendall Jenner that does not like her picture taken. She's part of the Kardashians. Isn't she gorgeous? She's getting more pretty every day. And she's really tall. She's an aspiring model, but she's tall, thin, good. But she did go on Twitter, and she basically was talking about how she does not like it when people take pictures of her without her permission. For more on that story, we'll go to Wendy at the news desk. There's nothing that irritates me more than when people take pics of me, my family, or anyone in the industry and do not ask. And then she continues on, don't sit there taking pics of me as if I'm a statue or an artifact in a museum. I can see you, it makes me uncomfortable. But you are tall like a statue and you are a Kardashian. I can't believe you're complaining. Does your mother know that you're complaining like this, young lady? Because Kris Jenner is not having it. Although, you know, I prefer if people just take pictures of me as opposed to asking to take pictures. You know I don't like to take pictures. How many times do you see me in public and, you know, can I take a picture? I'm like, no, but we can have a conversation. Look, take a picture of me as I'm grabbing the meat. Act like I'm not looking. Then take it like that. My thing about taking pictures with you as opposed to you just taking them of me, paying at the cash register, is that whenever we take pictures together, I am always way up here and you're always way down here. And whoever takes the picture always takes the picture from way down here because the photographer's way down here. So the picture comes out with me, all you see is up my nose and it looks ridiculous. So on account of the height differential, I'm just not a picture taker. But Kendall, don't bite the hand that fed you with those pictures because you are a Kardashian and get used to it. So Howard Stern called this actress fat, and everybody is upset. Why are you so upset? Howard's been saying things for decades, and that's why we love him. Look, I'm just saying he's an equal opportunity offender. That's who he is. His latest target, though, is this actress. Her name is Lena Dunham. Now, she's 26 years old, and she's the Emmy-nominated creator and star of this new show on HBO. It's called Girls. Have you ever seen the show? Okay, for those of you, not too many people clapped in the audience. But the show is going into its second season. Let me tell you what the show is about. Okay, so the show is like a younger, hipper version of Sex and the City, and it's grittier. It takes place here in New York. And look, she's not even fat. I mean, you should roll your shoulders back and maybe stand up straight, young lady, but you're not fat. And look, so anyway, Lena doesn't fit the mold of your typical Hollywood actress. You know, first of all, she lives in Brooklyn, not LA. So just by living here alone, you know, she keeps it real. She doesn't care what Howard said, I'm sure. She's frequently naked on the screen of her show, and that's because she's comfortable with her body, which is to be applauded. But don't pay attention to Howard. If you've listened to him for years, you know Howard likes girls that are no bigger than your pinky, and that's his preference, so big deal. Here's what Howard said, though, just so that you can get the gist. Okay, so he finally watches the show and he comes back and he goes, it's a little fat girl who kind of looks like Jonah Hill and keeps taking her clothes off. I don't want to see that. I learned that this little fat chick writes the show and directs the show. Good for her. It's hard for little fat chicks to get anything going. I mean, are you offended by that? Or do you know that that's Howard? Just you know, if anything, if I were Jonah Hill, I'd be offended. Lena, we love your show, and everybody, if you've never seen the show, then check it out. The second season of Girls premieres on Sunday night at 9 o'clock on HBO. You know, I go back and forth because I'm so busy in Atlanta with Nene and them at 9 o'clock that anyway, but watch. Okay. We've got a great show for you today. Have you been watching the NBC drama Deception? Okay, so one of the stars, the really handsome Laz Alonso, is here. But up next, everybody, strap your seatbelts on because we're gonna do our weekly Round Talk panel. We've got the comedian Lonnie Love, New York newsman Steve Lacy, and fashionista Stacey London. We're gonna talk about the hottest topics of the week next. Don't miss it.